So we come to the issue of this time of year, and that is the fact that when I'm trying to record and there's no natural daylight, my face is just covered in shadow when I wear one of these hats. So I've had to sort of go the obnoxious way and just wear it backwards. I don't know if it suits me. I don't think I can necessarily pull it off, but the needs must, I'm afraid. So if I look like an obnoxious douchebag, I do apologise. Hello and welcome to FTTR. I am Hugh McQuaid, and today we are talking about WWE Crown Jewel 2023. Whew, what a rush, what a wild show. A few interesting things to talk about, a few duds, a few really cool things. I think this was a really good show. I don't think it was amazing. I didn't think it was terrible. It was really good, and I enjoyed my time with it. Actually getting to watch it sort of UK time was fantastic. I haven't been able to do that for a while because of work, and just watching one that is in like UK time, sitting there with a pizza, 5 o'clock, chef's kiss. Loved that. But before we dive into my review, please hit subscribe, please like this video, please comment your thoughts on the show down below, and I'll try and reply to every single one of them. Also, if you hear big booms and my audio is picking up fireworks that are going off outside, or if I'm occasionally looking outside, it's because I can see fireworks right out the window. A lot of asterisks is in this review. Okay, rambling over. Let's talk about the show. The show was really good. I think there was a lot of good on this, a lot of good matches, a lot of good in-ring work, and quite a bit of good storytelling. I think this was a big step up from the Fastlane and the Payback. I thought this was really enjoyable. So we're going to dive in, hit all the key points, everything we need to talk about, every match, every angle, the way a review works. Starting with, I'm not going to talk about the video package. They had an Imagine Dragons song that was fine. The opening match was Seth Rollins taking on Drew McIntyre for the World Heavyweight Championship. This was my match of the night. I thought this was terrific. After a slump, personally, a slump of bad matches from Seth Rollins, I think they pulled it out of the bag, this one with Drew. I really loved it. I really loved how they played up the back, how they played up all the injuries and everything that went down with Seth throughout that Nakamura feud. I really liked Drew in this match, getting more and more aggressive, targeting the back more, hitting the side slam on the apron, which I thought was beautiful. And I loved a lot of the counter work in this. I loved a lot of the transitions and the sort of just exploration of each other's moves. I really liked their match that they had back in the pandemic. I thought that was a really good match they had, and this was just flawless. I didn't think that there was no botches or anything like this. There were a lot of cool counters. The crowd were really behind Drew. I was shocked to see that, not necessarily turning on Seth, but they were well into Drew winning this, the crowd in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. And I personally think that should have happened. I'm not too keen on what transpired in terms of the finish. I thought it executed brilliantly. I thought it was an executed finish that was brilliantly, but I don't like Seth as champ, and I don't think Seth winning is fulfilling anymore. I just don't think this working man, portraying him as a working man champion when he's wearing all this extravagant gear, just doesn't fit. And I think Drew would have been such a better choice to win. The finish I thought was sick. The Claymore near fall was really close, really beautiful. And yeah, Drew went to the well one too many times, slipped up a little bit, and Seth managed to hit. He hit the pedigree into a stomp for the win. Great. Good finish, but Drew should have won, really. So I'm picking the bones there, really. And what happened after, thought we were going to get a cash in. Damian Priest runs down, but he is stopped by a masked figure, a hooded figure, and it's Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn steals the Money in the Bank briefcase from Damian Priest, and he's unable to cash in. Interesting. I'm not necessarily too sure on how it works Money in the Bank wise. If you don't have the briefcase on you, you still technically have the contract, because that wouldn't mean that Sami can now cash it in. The rules are a little bit murky with that, but by the by, no cash in on this show, which I thought we were all expecting, so it was a nice little swerve there. Then we got the Fatal 5-Way for the Women's World Championship, which saw the champion Rhea Ripley defending the championship against Shayna Baszler, Nia Jax, Zoe Stark, and Raquel Rodriguez. Yeah, I always get confused whether it's Raquel Gonzalez or Raquel Rodriguez. So if I mistake that, I apologise. This was fun. I thought this was a really good match. It's good to see Rhea Ripley have a really cool showing on a pay-per-view, because I feel like she doesn't get opportunities to shine. She just sort of squashes people a lot of the time. But this was really, really good. I really like this. Nia Jax had no business being in the match because she amounted to nothing. Basically, everyone just ganged up on Nia Jax to keep her out of the match. The MVP of this for me was Zoe Stark. Zoe Stark hit some sick offense, like the rolling springboard senton was cool, the huge springboard crossbody to the outside was awesome. I thought Shayna looked great in this, locking everyone up in submissions was just fantastic. I thought everyone worked really, really well on this. I thought it was hilarious that because they're in Saudi Arabia and they can't show skin, Raquel's entrance sort of lost a bit of its effect, but by the by. And I thought the finish was really cool as well. Rhea powered up and hit a top rope riptide on basically everyone except Nia Jax and pinned Shayna Baszler for the win. Definitive win. Who's next? I wonder if we're going to get a one-on-one with Nia maybe, because she was the only one who wasn't involved in the finish. But I thought this was a really fun 5-way. I thought it was really well integrated and sort of just everyone worked really well together. I didn't think it was too sloppy at all. I enjoyed this. I really did. Then we got something that I absolutely did not enjoy, and that was John Cena versus Solo Sikoa in what was one of the most boring wrestling matches I think I've ever seen in my goddamn life. Solo Sikoa worked over Cena a lot, and when I say a lot, and it's more painful because John Cena cannot sell to save his life, till John Cena made a bit of a comeback, had a flurry, hit 5 moves of doom, and there we have it. That is your match. The only spice, the only wrinkle on this is that Cena actually got overpowered, which I liked because Solo just goes into beast mode, hits Samoan Spike again, Samoan Spike again, Samoan Spike again. He just lays into Cena with these Samoan Spikes and picks up the 1, 2, 3. Really loved the finish, but this did not need to go as goddamn long as it did. It should have just been a squash. I would have liked to just seen Cena try and hit the 5 moves of doom. Goes for a shoulder tackle, straight into a spike. Spike. Boom. Done. Job's good one. But this went on for ages, and it was really boring. With a great finish. That's my review of this match. Really boring, with a great finish. Then we got, my God, Miz TV with, I'm going to pronounce the lad's name, Ibrahim Al-Hagar. I believe he is an actor. He's an actor, and Grayson Waller comes out. Bad comedy. I say comedy. This wasn't really comedy at all. And he gets hit with a people's elbow from Ibrahim. That's it. I'm not going into any more detail because this was awful. This was really, really bad. I'm not a fan of it. Grayson Waller, though, I'm going to go into my little rant about Grayson Waller. I think he's bloody brilliant. I think he's fantastic, and I'm really sad that he's stuck in this mid-card Austin Theory Miz circle of endless turmoil. I'd like for him to progress. I think he's fantastic. He's really good. I really liked what he did in NXT, and he should be pushed a bit further than he is. So that's my Grayson Waller rant. Pray for Grayson Waller. Next up, we got Logan Paul taking on Rey Mysterio for the United States Championship. This was really good. I don't think this lived up to the hype that I wanted it to, but I thought this was really, really solid. It was a bit botchy. A little bit botchy in here. Obviously, Logan hasn't worked many wrestling matches, and it's clear that he likes doing the flippity-doo wrestling and lucha libre stuff with the opponents that he's had, like Ricochet and Ray and Seth to an extent. So it was a little bit botchy, but I really like what they did here. I thought it was really, really good. Some of the moves they hit were sick, like the fall-away slam from Logan looked awesome. The very scary bit where Rey almost died landing on his neck for a springboard moonsault, which was terrifying. Really terrifying, but Logan did manage to catch him and power him up. I thought that was really cool. The buckshot, as always, was cool. And Logan's just so good in the ring. He's so good that it's not even a surprise anymore. I should just go into these matches being like, oh yeah, it's a Logan Paul match. It's going to be good. And it was. I really enjoyed it. The finish was odd because he's just one of Logan Paul's cronies, I guess. Chucked the brass knuckles to him and then distracted by Santos Escobar. Santos Escobar runs him out. Yet he still gets the knuckles and clocks Rey and picks up the win, even though he's got his titanium plate in one of his hands. So does he really need the brass knuckles? I guess not. I guess he doesn't really need the brass knuckles if he's got a titanium plate. Whatever. Nonsense. But he hits Rey with the brass knuckles from a slingshot for the 1-2-3. And Logan Paul is the new United States champion. I don't think this is bad at all. I've been rooting for Logan Paul to get a belt. First I thought it might be the Intercontinental, then I thought it might be the World Heavyweight, but no, it turns out it's the United States. Fair enough. I think I can easily see where we're going here. I think the Mania match will probably be Logan Paul versus LA Knight for the US Championship, which is a little bit a step down for LA Knight, but I think that's the way they'll go. And Paul will probably hold that until Mania, just doing the big shows, maybe Survivor Series, Rumble and Mania. I could see that potentially happening. But yeah, I'm really happy that Logan Paul has a belt because I think he's just that damn good. And yeah, this was a really fun match to me. Next up, we got Bianca Belair taking on Io Sky for the WWE Women's Championship. Yeah, that's the one. I thought this was pretty good. I don't think this lived up to matches like Belair, Becky and Sasha, or Becky and Lita, which happened on sort of Saudi Arabia shows, but this was good. I thought it was a nice story told of Io taking out the leg and taking out the knee of Bianca to take out the power game from her. I thought that was good, and I liked that I like what Io was wearing. She looked really cool. I liked Io not needing damage control. I like that story that we're telling, that she doesn't want Bayley there and the friction that they are telling. So when Bayley eventually came down, she was a bit like, what are you doing? I like them telling that story. And I thought they worked the match well. It was a little bit sloppy, but I thought it was really fun. Just not God tier. That's what we hope for, especially with Bianca, because Bianca is phenomenal, and so is Io Sky. I've seen some of the stuff from Stardom. She is fantastic. What I really liked, though, was the debut. The debut/re-debut of Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane comes down. She sort of jumps the guardrail to stare down Bianca and hits a spinning back fist. That gets the distraction going, and Io is able to pick up the win with a moonsault. It seems like we're getting Kairi and Io with Bayley sort of on the outside, because it doesn't seem like it's some sort of alignment between all three. It seems very much that it's Kairi and Io and Bayley left on her own, which they put over on commentary. I like that they put over on commentary that Bayley's the one who ran Kairi Sane out of WWE the first time. I can't remember that, but apparently that did happen. So yeah, I'm really excited because she looked badass. She looked awesome. She hit the insane elbow as well from the top. I thought she looked awesome, and I'm so excited to see what Kairi does from here. Please give us the three-way. Please give us the three-way of Asuka, Kairi, and Io. Please. That's what I'd like. I don't know how you get there, but that's a Mania match right there. That is what I want to see. I loved this closing angle with Kairi. Very, very excited to see where it goes. And yeah, fun match as well. Then we got probably my second favourite match of the night, and that was Cody Rhodes taking on Damian Priest. I thought these two worked really, really well together and had incredible chemistry. I really like what they're doing. I really liked the way that they told this story of Cody's knee, because there's a lot of leg injuries on this show, but it was Cody's knee that would buckle occasionally, and it was the knee that got injured. And I liked the way they did that. I liked that Priest went straight after Cody as well, because he's pissed that he lost the Money in the Bank briefcase to Sami, and they just had an all-out war. I really liked what they did. It was just fun carnage and chaos. It wasn't like plunder chaos, but there were just a lot of cool moves, like Cody dropping down and hitting the uppercut multiple times on Priest. Then you get the interference. It's a Judgment Day match. You know there's going to be interference. Finn comes down. You get JD McDonough come down. Then Dom comes down. And as Dom's coming down, Jey Uso comes in to make the save. So you have all these different plates spinning. And Jey Uso runs off the Judgment Day, sends them packing, and that gives Cody the opportunity. It went on for quite a substantial amount of time before the actual pinfall, so they did have a bit of competitiveness in there. But Cody picked up the win, hit multiple Cody cutters, hit 3 crossroads for the win, for the 1, 2, 3. Right decision, because Priest can lose. He's got the Money in the Bank briefcase, so he'll be cashing in at some point, and Cody can go on to do whatever he's going to be doing with presumably Roman, maybe Gunther going forward. I'm excited to see where we go with this and what Cody's trajectory is on. There's a little bit of a hurdle though. I'll talk about this now. It's War Games. You're probably going to get some variation of Judgment Day versus Sami, Jey and Cody in War Games. That's probably what's going to happen because Cody wants to do War Games, let's be honest. He'll be in there. So as much as I'd like this to be the end of the Cody Judgment Day stuff, it won't be. There's more story to tell from that, and hopefully we can blow it off at War Games and he can move on to something new. And then we had the main event. The main event was Roman Reigns defending the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship against LA Knight. Yeah. In what was just disappointing, just every time, right, and this is going to be a rant, every time Roman Reigns main events one of these shows, it is the exact same formula. I feel like I've seen this match again and again and again and again, and there's just nothing new added to it. Like, LA Knight is very charismatic. He is a very charismatic character, persona, worker. But my God, just this template is so old and so repetitive of flurry at the beginning. Roman gets the upper hand, walks around, talks trash, slowly plods, rest hold, submission, interference, hope spot from the babyface, near fall with the interference helping. Roman gets out of it, interference again, spear, 1, 2, 3. It's all that happens, and I'm just sick to death of it. So overall, I thought this was, a fine match. I didn't hate this match. I thought this was one of the more enjoyable Roman matches, if only because it didn't feel that long. But it's just fucking, it's the same thing again and again and again. I cannot be dealing with it for much longer. It is really sinking these pay-per-views in my estimation because there's nothing new. If this was like a 5-minute sprint where they just hit big move, big move, big move, big move, that would be something different. If it was a squash, if Roman squashed LA Knight, that would be something different. But this is the exact same formula as Roman Cody, Roman Sami, Roman Cena, Roman fucking Edge, Roman everyone, Roman Jey, everyone. It's just the same. And it sinks my overall enjoyment of these shows because I leave feeling deflated. Like, oh, so it goes on. So it does put a damper on the show for me. And like, it sucks to say, I'm just sick of this Roman. I'm sick of this Roman reign. And that was the show. That capped off the show. So sadly, it is sort of how you leave them. So that the main event was underwhelming to me. But overall, I thought this was a really good show. I really liked Cody versus Priest. I really liked Seth versus Drew. I really liked the 5-way. I really liked Io versus Bianca. It's just the main event that I really did not sit with. And that fucking Miz TV segment. So yeah, overall I'd give this a solid 3.75 out of 5. I don't think it's the show of the year. I don't think it's the WWE show of the year. I think that's still held by Backlash for me personally. But it's a really solid show, and it's really broken the streak of me not enjoying WWE pay-per-views for sort of the past 2 months. So yeah, Crown Jewel was really enjoyable. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, and I'll try and apply to every single one of them. Thank you all ever so much for your support, and have a nice day.